Good morning, good morning. Sorry I'm late. I could not figure out why my mic wasn't showing in the audio mixer on OBS. I'm still very new to OBS. I prefer Streamlabs, but we're here. I've taken quite a few trades this morning. You can see where my P&L is already. The volatility is back. And I've been traded on the low volatility at this point for so long, I forgot the market moved this way. So I have missed one or two trades so far. Both of them wins. So that would have added an extra like 230 bucks to my P&L. But, it is what it is. Let's see, 850. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to hold. Nope. I have a feeling, yeah, I'm going to have to look at that. Almost every trade that I've lost today has been counter trend. I think only one trade I lost was actually with the trend, but my counter trend moves is something that I do. So kind of just is what it is right now. 2, 3. I don't like the way that just moved there, but yeah, so we're here. Good morning. Yes, that was a big dump yesterday. Last night I saw people talking about it in the Discord. Yeah, my counter trend. I think two of my losses this morning. I can't tell you how many trades I've taken. The volatility it's here. But I know two of the losses were divergence off of the new lows. Which I kind of felt like with it being kind of that first trading day of the new year, I probably shouldn't take them, but it is what it is. My only goal for today is to come out at least positive and just go from there. I did quite a bit of studying over the weekend. So I'm feeling pretty good about everything. I am going to start looking into, hold on, 1 second, more or less, open. I feel like I'm missing something off of that one. I am going to start looking into like here when I took the divergence buy. Typically when I get stopped out, it's like an outside bar that stops me out, and typically if I just re-enter there, I will win. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I think that one would have ended up breaking even probably. But yeah, typically I win the outside bars that stop me out if I just re-enter. So we'll see. I didn't feel like back testing any more than I had to yesterday, if I'm being honest. So yeah, we'll see. I did not yesterday. Friday when I got off, I went to blow this particular account. I just put 9 contracts on I wouldn't say random, but kind of random trade. And actually, I think I ended up having to take 4 trades, and I ended up getting it to where it is right now. More than 297. So I got the trailing threshold back to 2,500, and the account balance is about where it is right now. And so I didn't end up blowing it, which part of me was like, should I or should I not? I've basically purposely blown accounts for the last year as I kind of got my trading strategy where I wanted it to be. So it was like, okay, well, why blow it? Because I feel pretty confident where I'm at right now. So it kind of made no sense to blow it. But I still attempted to. But once I got back in profit, it was like, all right, well, I'll just stay here. Yeah, counter trend. Yeah, like you said, counter trend is okay. Not when the direction is strong, but typically I'm okay with the counter trend. So we'll just see. I mean, especially like I said with today, with the way that the volatility is like, ooh, it's just moving. All right. So that was a divergence trade for the continuation. My overall bias is an uptrend at the moment that started around 9 o'clock with the news. So we'll just see what happens. What is that number? 573. Nope, that's invalidated now. I was gonna get into a buy, but not now. How are you this morning, Rand? How was your New Year's? I actually didn't end up going anywhere. My childhood best friend asked me to go out with her Wednesday, and I was like, all right. And then she told me she was going to send me a link to something. She didn't. We spoke again probably like Saturday, I think. Still forgot to send it to me. So then she sends me a message at like 6:40 at night, like, friend, I'm trash. Here's the link. You still want to go? So I open it up, and it's a soiree event that started at 8 o'clock. I'm like, hello, I don't have any soiree clothes. So yeah, I didn't end up going because she sent it too late. I don't know how I feel about this buy, but we in it. Come on, don't screw me by one tick. Don't hold it, VWAP. Don't hold it. All right. So yeah, instead of me going somewhere, because I thought we was just going to a cute little kickback. I thought she had to send me a link because maybe it was, a place that cost like $25 or something to get into, like a little lounge or bar or something. Some I could just tie my hair up, put maybe a little bit of makeup on, throw some sweats or like a cute sweater and jeans on and keep it moving. I said, soiree, baby, we need real clothes for that. I don't have that. I don't even leave my house. So that was that. That canceled all of those plans. All right, we're playing around a VWAP right now. Oh no, that's the other way anyway. Even though my overall bias is a buy right now, all my levels in the order that they're in is showing us sell. So I'm just waiting to see, are we going to flip everything back to an actual buy? Are we going to create a new downtrend? What are we doing here? Something I did notice when I was back testing this weekend was I have to pay attention to the order that my levels are in, which I made mention of that last week in one of the streams. But once I back tested, I was like, yeah, extra super duper duper important. So Yeah, definitely have to pay attention to that because typically, like if my minor trend is sitting in between the mid and major levels, there's consolidation. Um, but I think that it only matters if I'm taking like reversals off of my minor levels. I don't think that the mid or major levels matter. I don't think. I might have to look a little bit further into that, but not at this moment. When I tell y'all I'm tired of looking at charts, I am tired. I did start off this morning doubling my contracts on the second $50,000 account. Yeah. My overall bias just changed to sell just now. Um, but yeah, I started off doubling contracts there because that account renews on the 5th, which is Friday. But once I saw that volatility was like back, I said, okay, well, I don't think I need to do that anymore because, I'll just wait until the end of the week to kind of see what happens. Let's see, 13, 28. Yeah, I'll just kind of wait to see what happens first. And then just kind of judge it from there. If anything, I'll just see on Thursday kind of where the account is. Or I might just start doubling contracts tomorrow. The other thing was like, okay, this is the first day of volatility returning. I'm trying to get everything wrapped up in my head as far as the rules and stuff. I did end up taking time to kind of like write out my complete strategy, why it is the way it is, because that's kind of how I learned, like making the correlations of this is why I want the chart to look this way. This is why this part is important, kind of thing. So that I can remember. Because I already have really bad memory. I'm not going to lie to you. I do. So, let's see. All right. That one moved before I wanted it to. I would like to take a divergence buy, but it's a double bottom right now. All right. So now, as long as we don't push back down to the session low, I'll stay in the buy for now. And we pushed. And we pushed. Oh, excuse me. 1291. Definitely need it to pull back to at least where it is right now. But it's not enough volume for me to feel comfortable taking the sale, which it just happened. Would have won, but want to stick to my rules. I'm just happy volume is back. And I could tell it's like back to pre-Thanksgiving because we're at almost 265,000 in the daily volume, and around Thanksgiving is when it dropped to be about 275 by 11 o'clock. So we moving. Looking for a divergence by around 1475. And if the counter trend plays are not great today, that's fine. As long as it averages out to be good, that's all that matters to me, which it does. The pullbacks and the divergences are like my number one and number two trades, like as far as the frequency each day and week. $12.25. There's pretty much nothing that can invalidate my buy at this point. I think we're way below the last deviation level on the VWAP, so oh, I'm lying. Oh, we're above it. 16.5. Oh, we're above it by like 130 points. Yeah. Yeah, the counter trend does not like me today. That's all right though. That is all right. All right, in order for me to get into a sell, I needed to pull back to 15. Is that 15? Yeah. I think it stopped me out to a tick too. Let's see, open 7. Yep. If this pushes up after stopping me out to the tick. You know what? Less, more, less, more. Less, more. Okay, I feel good about it then. I feel good about the loss when it actually loses. When I get stopped out by a tick or two, then it's like, come on now, you could have just gave me that. I don't want to stop taking the counter trend moves though, because then I would throw off all of my data, which is not what I want to do. because historically speaking, this is, I mean, I've taken trades like this last week, the week before. All of my back test data shows it's fine. Like I said, I think it's probably just because it's the first trading day of the year. So it kind of just is what it is. And we're recovering from all the slow moving the last couple of weeks. And it's all good. We got an hour and 20 minutes left. Let's see, I brought those three back. So as long as by Thursday, at the end of Thursday session, I have the second $50,000 account up to like 50,300, I'll be good to not blow it. Morning, Granny. Good, how are you? So I'll see where I'm at with that one by Wednesday, tomorrow's session, and then decide if I'm going to double up or not going into Thursday. After 9:30, so the market's starting to slow down. Still don't know. I need to hit up the guy and show him how this is not counting my commissions and trades on the dashboard of this thing. Another buy off the session low at like 575. Are we gonna actually get a push or what? And I feel like every time it pushes off of the session low, it's pushing with so much volume, and I think that's why it's not holding. It's like taking too much volume to push off of it. That's a huge outside bar. But like I said, I'm going to keep taking them in this session just to not throw my data off. And if it's something that I need to look at further, I will. But um, $16. 25, 29. Yeah, that was a lot of volume to push that up. We just hit 279,000 daily volume already. With an hour left in the session. I like it. Mm-mm. I want price to get to 1775 before I take the sale. I don't know if it's gonna go back up there or not. It missed the validation by literally one tick. This will be divergence at my mid level. Alright, it's got up there. Now I just need enough of actually it just got invalidated. Now if I get into it, it needs to pull back here, but that's if a buy doesn't set up first, which it looks like it is. It's pushing pretty hard off my mid-level right here. All right, so the buy is invalidated now. It's that 783. I actually think I can take those. All right, I'll check that later. That divergence that happened at my mid-level, my minor trend changed, which is why I didn't take it. But I actually think I can. I'll just have to go back through my data again. Sometimes when you look at the same data over and over, you just start to notice, like, oh, shoot, I actually kind of made that a little too restrictive, which I think that I did. I don't think it actually matters. But I'll check after stream. I just want to keep getting better and better, refine my rules to where I don't feel like I need to refine them anymore. Because so far, it looks like I should be okay no matter the market conditions. So we'll see. Because most of what I do is based off of volume, so. And the same patterns happen no matter if the volume is low or high. I need there to be a little bit more of a stall here. Okay, wrong way. If we push down from here, I'll get in around 94.75. What's the low of that outside bar? 95. My entry is here if it pushes down from here. It's like it doesn't want to close back below my minor level. Alright. Gotta pull that off for a minute. Okay, so you went off the session low and you want to create a new buy trend. Is that what you want to do? That is not right. Why is this thing so off today? I'm gonna hit him up. So I didn't refresh anything or nothing, so it's like it didn't take a few of my trades or something. I don't know, it's super weird. All right, I'm not mistaken, that is right. Come on, stay above the mid-level. I was gonna say, don't hit my TP and not feel me. All right, I'm looking for a sell right now around 775. There was, oh, that was that one. don't know if that major level is gonna hold here, but we'll see. Just the back and forth and the back and forth and the back and forth. 568. This is a trend continuation. I don't like how it's not established fully yet, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like that at all. I don't know if that's gonna push or not. Nope. It's all good. I need to keep my positions tab open to make sure I'm getting into all of the accounts. Whoa. That immediately spiked up. All right, all right, all right. You got it. It's filling me so fast. I want to keep my positions tab open to make sure that I'm getting filled on all the accounts, especially with the way this trade copier works sometimes. I wasn't the most comfortable in that buy or the sell, to be honest with you. Only, of course, that just continued the original buy right there. Did that high 23? Nope, it didn't touch it. Yeah, I wasn't the most comfortable with it, but I feel like this week is gonna be like my, hey, make sure things are where you want it to be week. I really want to push to try to pass my first eval by either this Friday or next Friday. I'm gonna push for next Friday. Yeah, I typically don't like neither one of those I liked. $1,041. Oh, that definitely, this sale right there was definitely invalid. So the sale is definitely on me. The buy, I typically don't like to take the counter trend like when the overall bias is a sell for me right now. This buy right here kind of happened right outside of my major level, and typically I don't like to take those, but you know, you learn, you notice patterns, and you keep it moving. Okay, that happened fast as hell. Alright, so we're back here. Why are those so different? That shouldn't be that much of a difference. Especially, that's my leader. Just wicked off the VWAP. I definitely was not paying attention to that. Excuse me. Creating a double top here. I hope I still have my hotkeys. Definitely gonna have to get used to paying attention to the positions tab again. Am I trading micros? No. Hi Trenches. Thanks for telling me about the affiliate code this morning. I haven't been back on Discord since the market opened. No, I don't trade micros. Tried it that way and with all uppercase it still didn't work. Thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna contact support and see what's up. Cause I don't know what happened. They said they had it all set up, but yeah, I don't trade micros. I trade minis. For me, I wouldn't say that micros doesn't make sense. It does, but scalping, absolutely not. Especially because I have a set stop loss and take profit. So most people who scalp and use micros is because they're averaging in and out and all of that. I don't do that. I just set stop loss, set take profit. I have a pretty tight stop. If it gets hit, it gets hit. I imagine that a lot of my trades, because based on my back testing, I should have about a 70% win rate, and then about 5 to 10% should be break evens, and the rest should be losses. So, all right, that went up too far. My trend bias just changed to an uptrend just now. But yeah, since I trade with a really tight stop, I don't, and I actually just realized I missed this. This buy right here, I actually was supposed to take. Let me see. I was supposed to take that buy, but it looks like it would have broke even anyway. Right before it hit my take profit, it came down and hit there. So I feel better about missing it. But yeah, I know some people who scalp say that you can't do it with the tight stop loss. A negative risk to reward ratio just does not compute in my head. So for me, I rather just trade with the tight stops. And if I can create a strategy that works with tight stops, no matter the volatility, no matter the volume of the market, that is my ultimate goal, to be honest with you. I watch quite a few people who scalp and they don't have stop losses, or they have super negative risk to reward ratios, and I've learned different strategies that are like that. Like I remember a couple of years ago, I don't know if you got, well, a lot of people know, but the channel Earn Your Leisure, the guy on there, Ian, I actually was part of his trading group and course years ago. And with his particular day trading strategy, your risk to reward ratio is pretty negative. I think if I remember correctly, I remember it used Bollinger Bands and the stop loss was like maybe probably 16 ticks for a take profit of 4. And no matter what, that does not compute for me. I've spent the last couple of months doing a stop loss of like 21 ticks or 22 ticks and a take profit of 21 ticks. And even that drove me crazy. So that's why not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I was like, okay, I'm missing something that would allow me to just make this just a little bit more positive. So now I trade with a 22 tick stop loss and a 24 tick take profit. That way, if I lose, and win back to back, I've already overtaken the loss, which was important for me. I've learned from a lot of different people, learned different strategies, learned different everything. And I'm closing that because I didn't even realize, why was my screen not red just now? I wasn't supposed to be in that trade. I don't even understand why I was. The chart trader that I use makes my entire screen a color, like based on if a pending order is there or not. And I don't think my screen was just red just now for that sale. Unless I'm tripping. I could be tripping. I don't know. I could possibly just spaced out and not paid attention to it. I mean, it won, but I'm glad I closed it just in case it didn't win. I guess I could have really just hit the break even button. I was in profit and just kind of let it go from there. But looking for a buy around 49.75. But yeah, so I trade with minis. I feel like if you're scalping, you can scalp with minis and not have to worry very much about the trail and threshold, because the reality is, if you're scalping, the only time you're hitting your trail and threshold is if your strategy isn't where it needs to be, because you're in and out, with smaller targets. It's not like you're 100 ticks in profit and it pulled back 50. You're just in and out pretty quickly. So even if, let's say, I'm in a trade and it gets 1 tick away from my from my take profit and stops me out at break even, I only lost like 19 ticks of drawdown, which is not a whole lot. At least to me, it's not. So I guess it really just depends on the person, really. But the way those micro commissions are set up, see if we have enough volume to keep pushing up. Keep going. Couple ticks left. Or break even. And that's the only thing I hate, when the volume push to my break even puts me at a negative. That's the only thing that sucks about scalping like that, but that can happen whether you're scalping or not. It literally came, what is that, 54.75. Came like 4 ticks from my take profit. So what am I? Okay, that P&L is not that bad. I always like to keep in the back of my head, or even the front of my mind, what my P&L would be if I didn't miss trades that I missed. Because I think that's also important to remember. I missed 2 wins in here, so that's an extra $232. So I would still be up like 160. Well, 100 on that account, but the most I would be up is like 160 right now. So, and I still don't know why this thing just. It's because I saved I feel like it threw everything off when I saved the workspace, but I don't know. All right. Looking for a possible buy, but it created a double top here, so I needed to stall a little bit here first before I feel comfortable getting into the buy. What was the number? All right. So my buy entry will be around 53.25 if it doesn't push back down first. And the volume push changed. That's all right. I saw it as soon as I got in, but I don't invalidate my setup when that happens immediately anymore. Just is what it is. The thing is, most of my backtesting that I did, I backtested in the higher volatility months like October, September, October, anywhere from like May to October. Which October was a lot of volume that particular month. So I like backtesting there because it should translate over pretty well to other high volatility months. So there's the outside bar that stopped me out. I really want to see if this is going to end up going to my take profit. And it did. That's the only thing that sucks about trading with the tight stop losses, but it is what it is. We got 40 minutes left. Man, the counter trends just hate me today. It's all good though. Can't get into any buys just yet. right, I'm gonna try for a buy continuation around 59.75. It's just so choppy. This is also why I don't really like trading after 10 o'clock. I really used to stop trading at 9:30. I would trade the first hour and keep it moving. Um, However, I was also missing out on pretty good setups between 9:30 and 11. So I'm still contemplating if I want to stop after the first hour or not, maybe, or stop at 10 o'clock. But I know myself. If it's really good setups after 10, I really want to be able to get into them. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I do want to look at. Hmm. This sale right here started with a double top. So I just made a note to myself to check that because I don't really think I saw that in my back testing. Not at least not when the overall trend is opposite. If the overall trend is going the same way, yeah. But my overall trend is a buy, so I have to look at that. Sometimes it's things that just don't set up a whole lot, so you don't really have data for it. That's one of them for me. So now I'm going to have to go searching through months of data to see how many times that sets up. If it doesn't even set up very often, I just make it a rule, like just stay away from it, because if it's not a consistent pattern, it's no point in trading it. $17.60, yeah. Yeah, and I could see it, even the way it just created the double top there. And looking back, like around 9 o'clock this morning, it's just when I'm scalping, I'm looking in. I have certain levels on my chart, but I don't look too far back in the history. Uh, yeah, I just don't look too far back in the history because typically I don't have to. If I have to start, that's fine. Um, but like I said, there was a couple of little iffy trades today, which for me, as long as I'm learning, that's what matters the most for me. And it's all about repetition as well. Seeing the same stuff over and over, because as much as people say that the Nasdaq doesn't move in patterns and it moves like a crackhead and it has its own brain and all of these other things, it does move in consistent patterns. It just matters what time frame you're trading on, what kind of bars you're trading on. I trade on Rinkos, so I see the same patterns over and over, but the patterns that I see on Rinkos, someone who's trading on time-based candles might not see it, or somebody who's trading on a 2-minute chart might not see what somebody sees on a 10-second chart, that kind of thing. So I just want to stay in a place of constantly learning, because it does take time, especially trying to learn the Nasdaq. Oh my God, it takes time. Definitely takes time. But I'm going to get there. I used to trade different instruments and I really just stopped because, not to say other instruments aren't good enough, but I just feel like if you can master the Nasdaq, you don't really need other instruments for real, because it moves the most. it's liquid enough for you to still get filled, you know, whenever you are entering trades. I mean, as long as you're not coming in with 1,000 contracts, you should be fine, you know. And I just thought about, hold on, I have to open something on that side. Okay. I'm gonna put that back up. Did everything disappear from over there? Oh, no, it didn't. Learn and earn, absolutely. Absolutely. I was just talking to one of my trading friends about that yesterday. We were just talking about how, like, because she took about the last 15 months kind of putting her strategy together. We trade totally different. She uses Heikenhashi candles and MAs and trades MA crosses and things like that. So we trade totally different. However, she scalps just like I do, but I think she typically goes for maybe 40 ticks, which I guess could be considered scalping on the Nasdaq. It just kind of depends on the volatility. But, you know, we were just talking about how much we learned over the last year of putting our strategies together, like spending thousands of hours in live chart time, back testing. If I showed you guys the number of notebooks I've gone through, you would be like, what? But between the notebooks and the Excel spreadsheets and things like that, like, there's thousands of strategies out there. You just have to find what works best for you, you know, based on the times that you're available to trade, based on your personality, which is really important because a lot of times the reason why the psych part gets to people is because they're trading in a way that does not fit well with their personality or the way that they think. And the mind is a beautiful thing, but it can also really screw you sometimes, especially if you overthink and you overanalyze and things like that. I was a psych nurse for 11 years now, almost 12. So I'm actually coming up on my 12-year anniversary. And I just love the psych part of trading. I feel like if you could be disciplined in trading, you're probably disciplined in so many other areas of life because it takes so much to sit here and try to learn all of this stuff and get comfortable and get confident. And it takes a lot. It definitely takes a lot. But I feel like when you can master trading, so many other areas of your life will be so great because of how much it takes for you to put into this. Because I've been trading off and on for 9 years. Way more off than on, but 9 years ago is when I was first exposed to trading. And I immediately knew at that point, like, okay, once I'm sick of the small based businesses that I had, or once I'm sick of nursing, that is what I'm going to put all of my energy into trading. Because first of all, once you master it, it's like printing money. And I literally was telling my girlfriend yesterday, I said, I'm so glad I closed down my credit repair business 4 months ago, because the closer I get to where I want to be trading, the more I'm like, not that it's a waste of time, because I do love helping people. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes you can expose yourself to a market that is not conducive to your mental health. And that was one of them for me. So it's like, any business that I've had, I never quote unquote did it for the money. I mean, of course you want to make money in a business. You don't want to waste your time. Even with my nursing career, I definitely didn't do that for the money. They don't pay you enough to deal with half the crap that you deal with. But it's like, if I master trading and I'm printing money the first 2.5 hours after I wake up, and then I have to go slave for pennies on the dollar after, it's not worth it to me. And that's kind of where I'm at. So I closed it down 4 months ago. Best decision ever. I've been able to even though I've been kind of developing my strategy for like the last, I would say maybe 13 months, 13, 14 months, give or take, there was some breaks in there. I really didn't have the time to truly devote to it until October, August, September 1st. So even though I'm not where I want to be yet, I feel like I'm pretty close. Like I said, even with today, I'm not worried about the P&L at all. First of all, I knew it was going to be all over the place with the first day of the year. And I knew that I didn't have everything down packed in my mind. I still had to look at my cheat sheets and things like that. There was almost every trade that I lost, I was like, I don't know about that one. But it hit my rules. I have to take them. What I do plan to do after today's session is go ahead and start a new Excel spreadsheet for the trades that I take. And even I'll also include any trades that I missed or anything like that, because the only way to truly know that your strategy is where you want it to be is to document it. And although I do use an online journal, I also I put all my trades in my physical journal. There's still only so much space in a physical journal, and even in the online journal, there's places for notes and stuff, but you have to go into every journal entry to look at the notes. So I want to document all my trades in the Excel spreadsheet. I basically, the way I feel like it's best for you to backtest or journal your trades, if you use, like, let's say EMAs, SMAs, volume, whatever you use, make a column for every single variable that affects your trades, right? And when you document them, I use my mom, she's a financial analyst, so she's really good with Excel. So she taught me how to use data validation to create drop downs. And so it's really easy. I don't have to type in every single column and row. So I will use the drop down. And if this is a particular variable and that's what was on the chart at the time that I took the trade, I'll put the drop down to yes. And at the end of every day, I will highlight and bold and put red every loss. And as you do that, once you start to see, like, okay, I've accumulated a certain group of losses, let me see I'll go down each column and say, okay, wait, this particular column, there's a lot of losses versus the wins in that same column. And then, hey, that needs to be a variable that, hey, if I see this set up, don't take the trade. And that's kind of how I've created my strategy where it's at right now. The biggest thing for me is what my P&L is on a weekly basis. I shouldn't have too many lost days. They're going to happen, of course, but my goal is to keep the overall lost days as low as possible. I don't like super huge swings in my P&L on a day-to-day or a week-to-week basis, but definitely not a day-to-day basis. I feel like if my day-to-day basis P&L swings are super high, that means my strategy is not where it needs to be. No matter what the market condition is, it shouldn't be a positive $800 day and a negative $700 day the next day. My goal is, if I do have lost days, for me to be able to keep them below 300, 3 to 350, but really below 300 is my overall goal. Actually, below that is my overall goal. But for now, while I'm still learning, making sure that I don't need any more tweaks, as long as I stay below 300, I'm good. Once I've mastered and have my strategy exactly where I need it to be, I'm hoping that I can keep below 250 on lost days. But we'll see. I don't trade 1 bar pullbacks after 10 o'clock. We got 20 minutes left. Yes. 300. I still don't even understand why this account is like that, but whatever. Was that less? Okay, it was. This is why I think I'm gonna stop after 10:30, maybe 10. I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and look, but I feel like most of my trades after 10 happen before 10:30. But I don't know. Because if I can cut my trading time down a little bit more, I'll be cool. I can last 2.5 hours. I don't know how people sit on the charts all day. Like after 2.5 hours, I'm antsy and I just don't want to look at this stuff anymore. 60, 75. Just hit where the previous resistance was. Can we get the push or no? Just created a double bottom at the previous resistance. It might push up from here. If it does, it is what it is. Don't really like taking certain trades after a 1 bar pullback after 10 o'clock, since my 1 bar pullback isn't a strategy anymore after 10 o'clock. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one loses. It wouldn't be surprising at all. Especially with it stopping at a double bottom to push up from a previous double top over here. I'm getting so tired. I want to check something. Ready for this session to be over. I'm starting to get nauseous. I don't think I ate enough yesterday. Yeah, I have to see. All right. Time is it? 10:44. I am probably. I'm glad I didn't continue doubling the contracts today, but I will probably do so tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. Just on that one account, so I can get it ready for renewal on Friday. Yeah, this was my 1 bar pullback. This is also why I don't trade it after 10 o'clock. It's usually not enough volume to push it. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. So I really think I might stop after 10:30. See one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna create a new stop time of 10:30. Cause it looks like maybe not. I might have lied. Oh, I'm so nauseous. Could be that tea. Okay, I might have lied. Mm, yeah, it's not worth it. All right. Let's see. Oh. Yep, it created the double bottom. It kept going. I kind of had a feeling though. I think the only trades I could take after a one bar pullback after 10 o'clock is just trades in the direction of the trend. Um, I can't take divergence after one bar pullback after 10, which is what that was. All right, 13 minutes left. Down like 400. I mean, 500, I think. Yeah, 500 and 400 in each account besides the one. I know once I start journaling some of these, I'm going to be like, why did you take that? It's all good though. How many trades have I taken actually? A lot. That's about right in the volatile market. Okay. So I've taken 29 trades today. So considering the back and forth with the wins and losses and break evens and stuff, being down 400 in each account is not bad for 29 trades, honestly. I actually would have expected that I took less trades with the way that the P&L is. But knowing that there's some iffy trades in there, I missed 2 wins. I'm cool. That's the way that you have to look at stuff. You're not going to be 100% perfect. My goal, honestly, is just to get to a point where I'm executing 100% with 100% efficiency, taking no trades I'm not supposed to be in and not missing any trades I am supposed to be in. And that's actually part of my online trading journal that I use to rate the session, I guess you could say. I'll show you. So this is how I kind of rate or reflect on the session. If I could find my mouse, it's disappeared. Oh, there we go. All right, so put in the lesson of the day. And I haven't used my online journal in months, but I'm about to start again because I'm where I want to be strategy wise. But I'll put how many wins, how many losses, break evens. TP before E means it took profit or hit where my auto break even would have moved the stop loss to break even before entry. So take profit before entry is what that means. Because even when I have a pending order, once it gets to 20 ticks in profit of where the entry is, it auto cancels the order for me. So I take note of that as well. Ever since I started putting my entry like 1 tick beyond where the Renko reversal bar closes, I don't get that as often anymore. When I used to have my entry right at the close, I did used to get that a lot. Best and worst performing strategy. And then I document what I did well today, what I did poor today, how did the strategies perform, did I miss any trades I should have taken? If so, how many? What was the lost profit / loss? And why did I miss the trades? Which I think is important. Was it because I just completely forgot that was a setup? Was it because I was in the bathroom? Because I wasn't paying attention? And then what the focus for the next day would be. And down here is where I rate the session. Like, how well I executed the trades, sticking to my rules and not taking trades I'm not supposed to be in, the overall performance, how many errors I had. So with the errors, I take into account only trades that I got into that I was not supposed to be into. I do not take into account if I missed trades because that'll throw the error number off. Because if I missed a win and I put that in with the same numbers of the trades that I wasn't supposed to be in, it's going to make it look like I didn't lose as much money as I did. So, and then the cost of the errors. So, I'm going to get back to doing that after every session. Probably today I'll start the daily recap. I kind of have an idea of how I want to do that. Well, we got 8 minutes left. What number is that? I think it's 2.6, yeah. So yeah, my goal is to be off of the charts and off of my computer by 2 o'clock every day, starting from 8:30. If I can get it down to like 1 o'clock every day, that would be even better. There was a lot of volume in that push down right there. It was the last trade at 10:40. I can't get into a buy for the continuation up because the overall volume is showing a down trend right now with the way that it pushed from up here. And I want to how is there oh why is that showing though? That's weird. Oh, because wait, is all of the trades showing? No, this should be just from today. Okay. All right, I think that's gonna be it. I highly doubt it goes up to come back down and top. A message from your driver delivering your Amazon packages. We got 3 minutes left. If this happens in the next 3 minutes and pushes down from here, I'll be getting into a sell around 70, 75. Got about a minute left. As long as stays below 30, 32. If I get into this, I'll probably move the stop loss to break even as soon as 11 o'clock hits, but we'll see. It might not even trigger in time. It's got like 20 seconds left. Nope, I'm not gonna trigger. All right, so that's it for the day. There's the P&L. I gotta look at the trade performance as I'm writing the trades in my trade journal because my online journal has some really weird numbers. So I'm trying to figure out what happened, but we'll see. This account will probably be double contracts tomorrow. We'll see. I really want to, as I'm going through journaling, see how many trades it was that I like was kind of iffy. Anytime you start hearing me type, I'm usually like typing text on the screen. That way when I'm going back and journaling certain stuff, I take note of certain things that are important for me to note. But yeah, that's where I'm at this point. Hopefully you guys had a good trading session. If not, hopefully you learned from it like I did. And thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow. Rand, you also have a great day. Thank you so much. I will see y'all tomorrow.